What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Jared. And guys, in this video, I want to talk to the ladies. And I want to talk to you guys, you ladies, about doing prawn, OF, um, prawn hug, doing degrading things like selling your body for a little bit of cash. I want to talk about this because a lot of you ladies are doing some of the most degrading things out there in the world just to make a little bit of cash when you could take your ass to work and actually make a good living without degrading yourself. So what am I talking about here? I'm talking about ladies doing OF, the ghetto gaggers, and also just plain old selling themselves on the side of the street for a little bit of cash. Now, it is not my place to tell you ladies what to do with your bodies. It's not my place. Nor is it any of my business. Just me strictly telling you ladies that you are fucking up your lives and you're going to regret it very soon. If it is not this year, it is down the line. And a lot of you ladies don't want to listen to your families when they're telling you not to do something stupid like this because they can already see the outcomes. You do not. A lot of you ladies are willing to cut off your families, degrade your family name. You're also willing to cut off your family when they tell you not to do something that could potentially put you in harm's way, damage your own image and reputation, and also damage your future prospects of if you're single, finding a husband. You damage your prospects and all of that. But a lot of you ladies are such a hard-headed ass fucking broad that a lot of you ladies are willing to put your family bond and your relationship with your family at risk just to make a couple of coins. So today, what we're going to do is I'm going to be showing a video from a lady who's going to be sharing her. Damn it! She's going to be sharing her story about her doing a scene with ghetto gaggers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to watch this video together, and then we're going to also we're gonna actually really talk about this. Wow. And a lot of you ladies actually accept this treatment. So I need to make sure I'm actually showing this. Okay, so I am. Okay, so let's do this today. Yada 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 yada.
So I'm back with another video. So for today's video, I want to talk more about my sex life. I kind of want to dive more into it a little bit. Talk about my experience on ghetto gaggers. So if you don't know, ghetto gaggers is a actual porn company is a porn intended to put down black women, also mixed women, just like any person of color. It's meant for that. Like they're literally trying to degrade you in every possible way. It's humiliation.
And I'm gonna just stop right here just for a minute. The fact that you ladies, you black women, are talking about divesting to other races of men, specifically white men. The fact that you ladies are literally going on to these sites, going to these prawn shoots, getting degraded, but yet you talk about what black men do to you, but you don't see anything wrong with what white men would do to you, Latino men, Asian men. You feel that black men don't protect you, but then you get with a non-black man and you go through hell and worse just to say, oh, I got a white man. And the problem with that is you're getting even worse treatment. You're getting treated even worse than what a black man, a respectable black man, would treat you. Some of you win at life and get that black husband that's the perfect provider, the perfect man that loves you and cares about you, all this shit. Then you get bored, want to get back on the streets, like Ayesha Curry, Tia Mowry, so forth on. Then you fuck around and find out. Let's continue.
It's race talk. It's very, very graphic things, and I'm gonna get into all the nitty gritty details. Obviously, I can't show anything. The best I could do is be descriptive, but that's it. I can't gritty details. Obviously, I can't.
So graphic as in spitting, slapping, puking, and urinating on her. This is what you guys, this is what you women accept. So when you talk about a black man doesn't protect you and that you're going to divest, this right here is what you're going to get. And most of all, you're probably going to get a gun pointed at you. Just keep that in mind before you start talking about black men deleting you every 5.5 hours. Think about it, what you're going through with white men, Asian men, Latino men. Just think about that before you start talking your shit. Please do.
Show anything. The best I could do is be descriptive, but that's it. I can't show nothing because this is still YouTube, okay? This is still YouTube. But I just want to talk about my experience a little bit. So that's a little bit of their backstory. Now, how I came about to find this opportunity and to do this to life forever, but I'm not saying that would have been the answer to all my problems that I'm looking for. So I was kind of like searching in that direction. He got back to me. I had a very long, intensive, extreme interview. It's gonna be happening, even though like it was a porn interview. Wanted from me, so it was a little awkward. So they have to do like a face-to-face type of like virtual interview. They gave me a couple options. They gave me an option to go to San Diego to get to be able to do that. But no, to perform on Ghetto Gaggers. It was low the area, kind of far. So I agreed to do the local shoot because it was easier. But what I will say was, it was easier in terms of like it being local, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy putting my body through that, putting my psyche through that. I'm basically being like somebody's slave, like back to the slave days. And it's not like, it's not fun. Like, they make you vomit. They like, their intent and their purpose is to degrade you, to make you feel terrible, and also to make you freaking puke until you can't breathe. You will feel like you're dying. It's like you're being treated very animalistic. Honestly, probably way worse than anybody would treat an actual animal. You know what I'm saying? And they make you feel that too. They make you know that.
Wow. I'm not gonna read what she's saying on the what you put on the screen, but yeah. Okay.
Do I regret being in that type of porn movie with it being my first? Honestly, I kind of don't, because now this experience has opened my eyes to so much more, and like, it's made me really think, like, wow, do I really actually want to like go through that? Do I really like, so this experience, like, I had to really think about all my other options. And I will say, for anybody that's thinking about doing like hardcore porn or anything, please think of another way. Please think of another way, because as you know, what you put on the internet stays on the internet forever. And I have to come to terms with, like, I already do OnlyFans, and I don't mind that, you know, because it's my choice. OnlyFans, whatever, like, it's me. Like, I get to run, and I get to control what people see on my OnlyFans. But when it's out of my control, that's when it gets scary. When you work with like the higher ups and other people, and like you're working for someone, and you know, that's when it gets scary. But I would say think of your other options, and it's okay to back out, because let me tell you something. I almost backed out, but I unfortunately fell into peer pressure. You know, like the producer called me that day. I told him I didn't want to go, and I had mixed emotions. And don't get me wrong, they were very nice, but obviously it was his intent to persuade me over there, even though he knew I was having second thoughts. I'm a young girl. I don't know what I want out of life yet. I don't.
Bitch, you're young. But if your mama didn't tell you or your daddy didn't tell you, which I'm pretty sure that he probably wasn't in your life, due to the fact that looking at the back of your screen, all that shit around your goddamn screen, I'm pretty sure you didn't have a father in the house. But if your mama didn't tell you to stay your ass off fucking at a fucking porn shoot, then I don't know what common sense you don't have. That shouldn't even be common sense. That should be a fucking instinct. Stay your ass away for something that can degrade you and fucking make you feel like that. See, woosah, woosah, woosah. See, that's the thing I don't understand about you with a lot of women. You want to sit there and blame everybody else for your fucking problems, but yet when it comes down to it, you are the least common denominator. You are the common denominator in all your shit. Your choices, the way that you move, the way you dress. Like this woman right here, ain't got a fucking bra on, looking like she homeless, with all this shit wrapped around her fucking house. Do you want to fucking sit there and say, "Oh, I want somebody to come save me"? No.
don't know what I'm doing. I'm only 23. I'm about to be 24. I'm experimenting, and it's okay to experiment. But what I'm saying is always think of.
Yeah, it's okay to fucking experiment. It's not okay to experiment with a fucking whole porn site. That's the problem. You experience with a porn site, ma'am. You are not. I'm sorry to say it, and ladies, I'm sorry to say this too. A lot of you ladies don't understand that you only get one chance at life to get it right. A lot of your mindsets, a lot of the thing, the way a lot of you guys, a lot of you women are moving, you have no chance at getting a respectable man due to the way that a lot of you women are moving. That's the problem. A lot of you are moving like you have all this time on earth. You only get roughly 60 to 80 years on this planet. And a lot of you women are fucking your lives up so bad to the point to where a lot of you ladies are ending up single, childless, miserable, alone, desperate, and quite frankly, mediocre. You are mediocre. You cannot take care of yourselves. You can't do any of this stuff by yourselves. Yeah, you're talking about you're strong, independent. This woman proves the point that a lot of men have been talking about. Let's continue.
Your the consequences. Number one, always think of who's gonna see it. Number two, number three, always think of your other options, because there are other options, and don't let anybody make you feel bad for feeling like you can't do it, because
It's not them trying to make you feel bad for saying that you can't do it. They're trying to shame you out of it, out of making that wrong choice. Because best believe, ma'am, you made a fucking terrible mistake. And down the line, and if you're my age, down the line you're gonna regret this. Hold on, when was this posted? It was posted 9 months ago. So roughly, me and you are the same age. When we hit 40, ma'am, you're gonna regret a lot of the shit that you've done. I guarantee it. You're gonna regret a lot of the shit that you've done. Cause this right here, you put a stain upon your reputation, your name, your face. People that watch that video, they know who you are. So the likelihood of you finding a eligible husband that's upwardly mobile is minute, is void. It's not gonna happen.
that's basically what I felt like. I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew this. Like during the interview process, if you choose that option, then they will make you sit and watch a preview of what they do on that site. They will make you sit and watch it. And, you know, and I'm not saying like I regret the whole thing, because I don't. You know, like I said, I'm still learning about myself, and I'm open to putting myself in situations that may or may not be good for myself, just to figure out a little bit more about me. You know, like
I can understand it from a business standpoint, but I can't understand it from a fucking sexual standpoint. You put yourself into situations that may or may not be good for you in a sex industry. You put yourself into a position to where you could potentially end up with a damaged reputation like you have, dead, which I'm glad you're not, Um, also hurt, which I'm pretty sure you're not hurt because you willingly did it. Ma'am, you did this to yourself. Let's see.
I don't know. That's what people do when they're lost. That's what people do. They experiment. That's human nature, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so I'm
Yes, humans experiment, but here's the problem. You experimented the wrong way. Most humans experience or experiment with the way that they go about living their life. Some go into business, some go into engineering, some go into medical, some go into go experiment with skydiving, welding, deep diving, scuba diving, Air Force, combat zone. People experiment like that, not putting themselves into a position to where they'll end up degrading themselves, damaging their family's reputation, damaging their reputation themselves, and also putting themselves into a position of where they're going to be on a site called ghetto gaggers, where there's white men that degrade the hell out of black women. And then you're talking about black men don't protect you when you put yourself into a situation to where you're damaging yourself. It's ironic.
I'm not going to sit here and say that it was the best experience of my life, because it wasn't. It really wasn't. But I just wanted to like share some stuff, about it. So yeah, because I haven't really opened up much on here about it, at least. So yeah, I did a adult shoot, something I thought I would never do. I mean, like, I've always seen and watched porn, but I never thought that girl would be me. I never thought that girl would be me, and I'm not saying I'm proud of it either, but I'm also like, I'm also happy that I took a leap of faith, because like, you don't really know what direction like that could put your life in. For all I know, for all I freaking know, that could open up more doors for me. And
Ma'am, what doors is it going to open up for you? I would like to hear that. What doors is it going to open up for you? You being treated like a slut that you are? You're doing more porn shoots, which runs up your body count, which degrades you even more, which in turn makes you less of a human being in the eyes of those people. What is it opening up doors to? Nothing productive, nothing of wealth, nothing of anything. You're making yourself a lifelong whore. That is what it is. That's what it comes out to. You are going to be a lifelong whore. Despite you being out of that industry, if you do eventually get out of it, you're still a whore. There's no way about it. Look at Mia Khalifa, Lana Rhoades, a bunch of these adult actresses. They can't find husbands due to the fact of them being in those industries. And whose fault is that? Men don't want a woman that's been in that industry. That is an embarrassment to everybody. Look at Zion Williamson, his baby mamas. He's a laughing stock. He's an embarrassment to the league, to the NBA. He's an embarrassment. You, ma'am, have made yourself an embarrassment to be around. Let's continue.
And if I choose to be in the porn industry or not, that's my choice, you know. And I'm still, to this day, I'm still deciding, you know. And I don't want people to come on here thinking that, like, I'm crazy or that I'm some hoe or that I'm some whatever the fuck. Like, I'm just me, you know. Like, and
Ma'am, you are. Sorry to say it, you are a whore. You are a hoe. You are a 304. There's no way around it. You are. And I'm going to get real raw on this one. I'm going to let the video finish up, then I'm going to really talk about it.
Experimenting. Hey, I even thought about being a dancer. Listen, I'm trying to make those coins. I'm trying to elevate, baby. Elevate. Anyways, yeah, so I just wanted to, like, touch up on this a little bit. And yeah, I really hope you guys really think about it before you make any actions.
Okay, I'm not going to really finish it because it's just her just talking. But let's get down to the nitty gritty about this, really. Because a lot of women don't understand the reason why men are talking about this. Ladies, a lot of you are trying to get to the quote unquote bag. Now, like in the last part of her video, she said she's trying to collect them coins, she's trying to do this and that. That's cool. But what she fails to realize is that she is not going to be a woman that is going to make that much money. Women feel that them living this fast money lifestyle by doing OnlyFans, Pornhub, Gatto Gaggers, even a lot of them take the avenue of the fast money life, and a lot of them are failing to realize that that lifestyle is going to lead them down a path that puts them in a negative light with every decent man across the planet. No man wants to be seen with an OnlyFans model. No man wants to be seen with a ex-porn actress. No man wants to be seen with the known neighborhood hoe. No man does. While you have those men that's okay with their wives having relationships with every different man on the block, most men aren't okay with that. Most men are not okay with having a woman that's known to be a whore, known to be a porn actress, known to be a woman that's a slut. No man is going to be okay with marrying that. And what a lot of women are failing to realize is men want to be respected by their comrades. Men want to be respected. And the way that a man also keeps the respect of others is by marrying a woman that is valuable. when a man sees another man that's married to neighborhood slut, those men deem that other man as a man that cannot make good decisions in life. Men look at that man as a laughing stock. Ladies, this is why we tell you to stop trying to go out there and make that fast money life. No, it's fast money. By doing OnlyFans, by doing Pornhub, by doing every degrading act, being a stripper. We tell you that for a reason. Because very much likely, if you ever did find a man that was dumb enough to date you, men are going to look at him and are going to laugh at him. And they're going to disrespect him. And they're going to see him as an inadequate leader due to the fact that of who you are. Sorry to say, ladies, but that's the truth. Men are very conscious about who they're with. And the fact of the matter is that a lot of ladies are not good picks for a man that wants to move up in the world. You're not. And we have to be honest about that. A lot of you ladies are not worthy of what you are asking for. A lot of you have OnlyFans accounts. Excuse me. A lot of you have OnlyFans accounts. No matter if you are doing adult acting on there or you're cooking, men are going to automatically go to the worst of the worst because of the label that OnlyFans has, that Pornhub has, that any of these other websites have. We're going to automatically assume that you're doing prawn. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you cut it, it's going to automatically be that. So you can't get mad when men don't want to date you if you have that. You've done it to yourselves. And it's time to stop holding back and being light with it. It's time to be real raw with it. You're seen in the eyes of men as a whore. You're seen by his comrades or his compatriots as a whore, as a slut, as an easy lay. That is the reputation that you women garner when you do acts like this. And this woman is only 24 years old. She is my age. This woman has already got a damaged reputation due to her even doing a scene with Ghetto Gaggers. Her reputation is done. And men having conversations like this with a lot of ladies, this is to prevent the cycle from continuing. Listen to what a man really is saying. We want to stop you from doing that because it's going to put you in a bad position. You sleep around with as many men as you do. That puts you into a bad reputation with a lot of men as well. You sleeping around with a bunch of men, you're going to be labeled by men as the neighborhood slut. It's no way around it. You are going to be labeled as an easy lay. Don't get mad when a man treats you like you present yourself. When